Okay, well, welcome back to the Passion Projects podcast, baby. You are stuck with me again. You're welcome. You're welcome. But yeah, so basically the goal of this podcast is to give you a pretty view and just kind of give you a little bit of an update on life. And yeah, maybe just talk about some stuff. I got some soccer information in here I want to talk about, so pretty interesting stuff. Yes, we do have the backdrop of the lovely downtown Greenville area. This is where I grew up. This is my home now. This is where I love being. This is my place. This is only one side of it, of course, but if you've never been to downtown Greenville, South Carolina, it is just it is so worth it. Just come on by and come experience all this. So yeah, Cletus is really going through it down. Oh my gosh, Cletus is really yelling down there. So one of the first things I actually wanted to talk about is going to be soccer related. Recently, the U.S. men's national team lost 2-0 to South Korea. First couple games still under Mauricio Pochettino, who I think is a fantastic coach, and I think he is the right decision and right man to lead the U.S. men's national team as we try to look to get better and compete for the World Cup. But man, Poch, you're making it hard, bro. Making it hard to want to root for you right now. But I do want to root for you. It's just, man, I didn't see most of the game. I only watched parts of it, but I think we should be beating South Korea, surely, right? Surely the men's national team should be beating South Korea. I know they got Human Son. I don't know anyone else. That's all I know for that team. Human Son. I'm sure there's somebody else that plays in the Premier League. But speaking of the Premier League, I did also want to talk about kind of my Premier League predictions after game week 3. We've seen Haaland get back into action a little bit. We've seen Gyökeres really start things for Arsenal, which I think will be pretty interesting, and I think he's going to thrive. I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but I actually do believe that Gyökeres will start the Premier League almost as good as Haaland did. What was that, 3.5 years ago when he joined the Premier League? I don't think it'll be quite Haaland, but I think it'll be close. And hopefully that is not a really hot take. Hopefully that's true. I'm rooting for him, even though it's Arsenal. Who wants to root for them? I do have Haaland winning the Golden Boot. I think Mo Salah will be right behind him. And honestly, I think Gyökeres will be right behind him. But I think Haaland will get it with probably, 27, 28, something like that. Mo Salah will probably get 25. Isak might, I don't know if Isak will score as much being on Liverpool, but he might score more. Who knows? He might be much more of a threat and have way more opportunities and really get somewhere. But yeah, I got Haaland winning the Golden Boot. As far as Player of the Year, I really could see it being Mo Salah again. I could easily see it being Mo Salah. Maybe Haaland if he just has a bunch of performances one after another and gets, kind of like he did in, 22, 23? If he does that, he could easily win Player of the Year as well. Even though I am a City fan, I don't have City actually winning the championship this year. 3 games in, it just doesn't really look like we got the manpower and consistency that we used to. Losing Kevin De Bruyne, we really lost Kevin De Bruyne. 2 years ago? He's become way less influential over time, even though he was still way useful for so many years. But without Kevin De Bruyne, without one of the best midfielders of all time, we are struggling. A lot of injuries. Of course, Rodri's hurt again, not playing. So I don't have us winning it. I think City's either going to get second or third. I think it's more likely we end up second, but could easily end up third. I do see Liverpool win the league. I don't think anyone's beaten Liverpool. As a City fan, I've enjoyed many years of Liverpool dominance. Not always, but I mean, if you go trophy for trophy, it's not necessarily the closest fight. So I mean, kudos to them for being a great team and being consistent and rebuilding over and over. And it kind of not to get the typical trope of excited for what the program does, but it's cool to see them. It's cool to see they're cool. They're cool. I'm chill with Liverpool, I guess, if I have to be. So I see Liverpool winning it. I see City either getting second or third, and I see Arsenal either getting second or third. It's you never know what you're gonna get with Arsenal. They'll start so good. They'll go 27 games doing so well, and then just leave it at the last 10, and they'll flop it. That's for sure. That's the modern Arsenal right there. Um, they could make a run for the title. I just don't think it's gonna happen. I think they're gonna get that curse once again of being second or third, and they'll have to deal with it. So yeah, Arsenal second or third, City second or third. I definitely have Chelsea in fourth though. I definitely see Chelsea getting fourth in the Premier League. Cole Palmer seems to be going in and out of injuries, but I think he, even though you're not going to necessarily see the numbers you've seen him put up before, I think his presence alone and what he does on the pitch is really, really good. Regardless of whether or not he's assisting or scoring, he is a net positive pretty much always. And once he gets healthy, that consistency will really, really help them. I think João Pedro is a perfect pickup for them. I think that's a signing that Chelsea's really been probably looking for the last 5-6 years, maybe since Eden Hazard left, or Diego Costa even. Chelsea have been looking for that kind of striker figure that can just do what needs to be done. You know, like when you're in the tough games and you just need a goal, like that's the person you go to. They find the goal. So maybe João Pedro is that for them, and I could definitely see that being the case. Yeah, I don't really have anything else besides that. I see Tottenham being a big threat. Man United's not a big threat. I think Embuemo and Cunha were two fantastic pickups for them. Man, does that sun feel good. That sun feels fantastic. Holy crap. Yeah, we're just taking a second to feel this sunlight. Holy. I mean, phew. Thank you, Jesus. Am I right? Yeah, I see Tottenham being a problem. They'll definitely take some games off you. They just beat City, unfortunately. L. Gosh. Can't believe that happened still. Something about Tottenham with City. We can't seem to figure them out like other teams. They've consistently had our number. Sometimes we've had theirs, but it's been way more likely that Tottenham's coming for City. They're coming for the Blues. They're coming for the Blues. I really don't see Man United being a threat though. Maybe sixth. I think sixth is probably United's peak. I think that's the best they can do is sixth, which is, leaps and bounds of improvement over their last season's finish. But still not Man United standards. I don't know if Almiron, I don't know if he makes it the rest of the year. Probably not, based on their track record. But who are you going to bring in, United? What are you going to do? I mean, really, what are you going to do? You're not going to find a better coach in such a short period of time. Maybe Van Nistelrooy, but I don't know where he is right now. Yeah, I think Man United is just they keep making this big old potion of crap, and then just every single time the potion sucks. That's kind of been Man United for the last 12 years since Sir Alex left. But not complaining as a City fan, so we'll take it. We'll take what we can get. But yeah, that's kind of my predictions for a little bit of what's going to happen in the Premier League. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I really got for that. So thank you for that section. That section is sponsored by Gatorade. So something else that I really wanted to talk about as well is moving into more of these street style interviews. You probably saw some on my channel recently of me going and doing street interviews with artists. Yeah, I mean, I really feel like this is going to be a great form of content for me. My idea of expanding on it is pretty much going and standing outside of big concert venues. Whenever there's big ones that come to Bon Secours here in Greenville, or maybe it's like Charlotte or Atlanta or something, and I can go outside of concert venues and talk to artists beforehand, artists and creatives, and kind of get some cool knowledge. But street interviews are a really, really great form of content, and I'm excited for that. I think that's going to be a really fun idea. I'm going to like pursuing that. But yeah, definitely I'm going to start incorporating way more of the street interview type stuff as much as I personally can with work, and then actually regular podcasts and kind of maybe some funny style videos that I just find fun to do. But yeah, I would really appreciate any support on the street style interviews. If y'all can be liking and commenting on those and spreading the algorithm for that. It's really cool. It's really cool and fun. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. It was very, very, very scary at first. Very, very scary at first. But once you kind of realize it's like everyone It's it just needs to work out once. Just get one great video that goes viral with a street interview, and then golden set after that. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I just thought it was a cool way to talk to creatives in a different way than just the podcast. A little street interview, a little something. Oh gosh, let's go over some more life stuff. Yeah, I'm getting married in 6 months. I got 6 months left. That's all it is. Getting really close, getting really excited. A lot of planning and preparation that's starting to get a little more into the nitty-gritty of it at this point. But yeah, I'm just really excited to get married, really excited to spend the rest of my life with the love of my life and what all that has in store. We're getting ready to start seriously looking at buying a house and getting that all nailed in, talking to a lender, all that kind of thing. But yeah, it's still a very exciting time to just experience life and experience growth in our 20s together, and just kind of prepare and plan out our futures and becoming a family and becoming one. Really enjoying it. Time's just flying by. We're kind of heading into fall, but it's going really well. I think we've got all the big stuff taken care of. We just need to kind of go with the more timely stuff now, of getting some of the smaller details now pegged out and taken care of, and all that fun jazz and whatever. But yeah, we're going cake tasting today, by the way. Yeah, this is I'm recording this on a Tuesday. We're going cake tasting at 4, so yeah, I'll report back with some good old flavors, Yeah, and then kind of transitioning, saying, obviously we are transitioning into fall. So I kind of wanted to give a little summary of what I think this summer's been like, what I've learned, just some cool stuff that's happened this summer. Because this is actually one of the first summers in a while I haven't actually traveled anywhere. Haven't gone out of the country, haven't really taken any big trips or like big vacations. It's the first time I haven't done it in a couple years, so I definitely missed it. I would have loved to take a pretty big trip somewhere. Took a lot of smaller trips to Tennessee to hang out with friends, or I took one down to Florida to hang out with Abby's family. But nothing big, and that's one of the things about summer that I really, really love. Typically, is getting to go on that big summer vacation and setting aside money for it, and going somewhere really cool. That's just getting pushed out towards my honeymoon, because we're going to Europe then. But yeah, that's something that's definitely changed about this summer. But I think one of the biggest things I've learned is just how this summer is just like how fast sometimes life can feel. Because right now it just feels like life is just flying by. Every single day it can feel a little monotonous, but at the same time it's just everything just feels like it's happening so fast, and I'm still enjoying it day by day, but it's happening, and it's all just continuing to happen quickly, which can sometimes be a little bit much, but at the same time, it can be really rewarding most days to really have something to look forward to and have a lot of work put into it. So summer's been fun, regardless of not going anywhere, like making a big trip. Summer's been really fun. This is the summer I got into golf. Who in the world would have thought I would be saying that? This is the summer I got into golf. Yeah, I can't believe I got into golf. That is actually ludicrous. That is actually insane. I cannot believe I did that. But now I find golf fun. How have I come this far? No. You were the chosen one, Adam. Yeah, I still suck, by the way. I'm still really bad at golf, but I'm not as sucky as I was 3 months ago. So that's something I took away from this summer. Something else I took away from this summer, Abby and I, while we didn't, like I said, we didn't go anywhere grand or extraordinary, but I did take a week at the end of June, and so did Abby, because it's her summer. Good Lord, that feels good. Once again, sun break. Appreciate it. Good sun. Good Lord, I'm on the spectrum. I have to be. Yeah, but anyways, the last week of June, Abby and I did a bunch of little we had a staycation. We just went to a bunch of places. Went to the Atlanta Aquarium. We went to somewhere in North Carolina. I can't think of the name. I'll figure this out in post. It was something. It was something. something in North Carolina, up towards Asheville. Oh, what's that guy's name? Oh, it's gonna annoy me now. I'll have it on the screen. I'll figure it out. We went to Carowinds one day. That was really, really fun. Hadn't been to Carowinds since high school, and it was really cool to just kind of see stuff that was old, some stuff that was new, how it's different on your body when you're like 7 or 8 years older. Good Lord, it hurt a little bit more. Definitely hurt a little bit more. So we had a nice little staycation, which was awesome and fun, and it was exactly what I needed. So that was really nice. I think summer's been fantastic. I think it's given me a good foundation for the channel. I think that's one of the biggest positives I can take away from this summer is I've built this channel into something, and now it's just maintaining that and grinding it out every single day. It doesn't really feel like a grind anymore. It kind of just feels like normal life. But yeah, that's something I'm grateful for this summer. I know going into the last couple months of the year that I'm setting this up for something really, really good. And that's going to be pretty rewarding when that actually happens, and I'm really excited about it. So yippee to that. Oh yeah, I guess one last thing that I actually did this summer is I got 4 more days of it today. I did 75 hard. Would you believe that? Look at me, strong as ever. I did, not done yet, but 3 more days, but you never know what happens. Yeah, imagine I don't finish 75 hard while on day 71. That'd be a wow. Yeah, my body's changed a lot. I've definitely lost a lot of fat. I've gained a little bit of weight actually, but I think that's just from lifting weights. I think I've put on muscle. I think I've lost fat and put on muscle, which, I don't know how noticeable it is to maybe everyone else, but I feel so much better. I have been doing a lot of working out, a lot of walking, a lot of lifting weights, a lot of hitting golf balls, a lot of running, a lot of sweating, just putting in a lot of grind with this summer, a lot of early mornings. And whether or not I necessarily look a ton leaner or a ton better, I know I put in the work. That's the most rewarding thing, because I've tried 75 hard before and I failed. I stopped at like day 23 or something like that. And it was awesome this time. Going like I did it this time, Talk about personal growth. That's literally a huge example of personal growth is I develop more perseverance and more grit and can handle harder things. Wow. Talk about improvement. So I need to maybe take a second and acknowledge how cool that is that I can see that growth. So just had that thought for the first time. Woo! I guess one more little channel update is I'm working on getting a website going. Trying to get maybe some merch going as well. I don't know how soon that'll necessarily be, but it is in the works. It is something that is definitely being brewed up at the moment. But yeah, so that you should be expecting that to be coming in the next months, 2 years. Who knows? Share this channel so it can be months, not years. Yeah, I'm looking at you. I'm looking at you, Carlos. Yeah, Carlos. Better subscribe. Just saying. Once again, if you've never been to the beautiful downtown Greenville, this is just, like I said, one piece of it, but definitely worth making a freaking trip to. Kind of rude you haven't come already. Like, get on down here. What are you doing? But yeah, come hang out. It's a great bar scene if you're an alcoholic in your 20s. Really fun to just go out. It's very, very pretty, very safe at night. I didn't think I'd be doing a sales pitch for Greenville today, but here we are. There's Falls Park, which is just gorgeous, and you get to walk around that, and the vibes are just immaculate every single time. A bunch of shops, a bunch of places to take pictures, a bunch of cool cafes and places to sit outside and landmarks to look at, and it's just got all the things. So, come check it out and see what you think. But yeah, so as always, please make sure to like this video. Please make sure to subscribe to the channel. Please make sure to share this to at least 37 people. Okay? You get that? 37. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for keeping up with my journey. Thank you for wanting to interact with artists and creatives, and thank you for wanting to be a part of what's going on. So yeah, just genuine appreciation. I appreciate everyone that kind of listens to me blabber on and yap away, and yeah, we're just trying our best to make it happen. So we're really making something. So that's what's going on. Awesome. Thanks for watching Passion Projects, and we will see you next week with an actual podcast. I'm going to be talking to someone. I don't know who that is yet, but it's going to be someone. Okay. All right. Bye.